Let's talk about the expectations of goodies for Year of the Dragon. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we gotta touch on Chamber dragonmaid over here for Year of the Dragon and our expectations for this year, because guess what the art book actually showed to everybody? It showed an outline of a Chamber dragonmaid dragon form. And everybody, I swear half of this community is just going, wow, we can finally have that. It's actually really funny because, you know, with this being Year of the Dragon, the speculation is, you know, we're going to drop this in a set about midsummer to, you know, try to liven things up. Now, there's not to say that, you know, we can't see this in Infinite Forbidden or whatever magical set tends to exist beyond the boundary, but it is cool to actually know that Konami acknowledges, hey, you know, Chamber needs a dragon form. My other real, question is what in the world can we have this thing actually do in terms of, you know, card design? Like, I'm not exactly the most well versed in, you know, dragonmaid technology right now, but if you ask me, the way that dragonmaids kind of play, they need a lot in order to kind of get things going. And unfortunately, I don't know if giving, you know, the missing dragonmaid form to one of the most sought after Yu-Gi-Oh cards that people have been wanting. You googly-eyed people in the back, I know what you're staring at. You know what you want. Alright, weirdos. But outside of that, I don't know, probably the ability to make things a little bit easier. Making these effects not once per turns would be wild, but I think it would actually kind of help things out along the way. But I think this is one of the first surprises that we're going to have held back here. And when Konami makes an art book that literally shows, you guys know, we know. Alright, that's a pretty big hint, actually. Next up is the Tactical Tridex support. Now, I have been very, very vocal about the Tactical Tridex, and yes, we're going to start off over here with Cyber Dragon. So, I have an interesting working theory right now that the set after Infinite Forbidden is going to be a Cyber Dragon themed set. Now, how in the world do I come up with these crackpot ideas? Well, Hellkaiser Rio? Yeah, it was Rio. Sorry about pronunciations. Zane Truesdale is one of the most sought after characters in the game. And Cyber Dragons are a crazy, crazy canonical, event in the game. Like, people love that. And also, you know, he had one of the coolest, I'm going to say his badass arc was a lot better than Jaden's. I'm going to get flamed for that comment, but that's my opinion. Like, Evil Zane was so cool, and I think a lot more people actually resonated with him than Jaden. But deciding to do a style of set like that, or at least inspiring it when it feels like we're in, the final battle arc, I think would be really cool. Now, that's not to say, hey, you know, if the set doesn't end up being Cyber Dragon related, that's fine. You know, we can have Cyber Dragon support just splashed into us. I mean, look at Ruddy Rose Dragon out here, for example, that they just were like, hey, here's your level 10 remake. But Cyber Dragons need more than just 2 to 3 cards. And the fact that this deck is up on the Tactical Tri-block here, and we're not exactly 100% sure how the Tactical Tri-decks work, if they're going to include new cards in there, but based on my experiences with Konami, more than likely, the way that they're going to approach it is we're going to produce said decks, and then it'll be all reprints, and then they'll put new cards for those in a set releasing about that same time. So then we come down to our conclusion of, okay, so if these are slotted for summer, and, you know, we're getting Infinite Forbidden in April, that means that your July set, close enough, should be, probably late July, whatever that set is, would be the set that you would follow this pattern into here and have Konami go, hey, here's your power-ups for this. You can pick up all the old cards available in this deck for the 1100 yen, and then you have Cyber Dragon support ready for you in this set. And then if it's a cover card set for Cyber Dragons, okay, you get 8 power-up cards. That's what they need to do in order to make people go, wow, you know, I want to pick up this Cyber Dragon deck. You know, they gave this crazy support in Rush Duel for Cyber Dragons. It got a lot of people excited. You do this for the tactical tri-deck, amazing. All right, now let's talk about the Evil Twin side of this equation here, because Evil Twins follow, you can't exactly give them a cover set. That's not how that works. Alright, based on current Evil Twin technology, you have the Link 4. Obviously, a lot of players look at this deck and they're like, well, you know, Sprite reprints for it. Yeah, Sprite does help out here, but we don't have littler forms for Troubled Sunny and Snitch, actually. The fact that, you know, the Evil Twin boss monster toggles up into this Link 4 that's like our rival, and then has like no other, like, how did they get here? You know, we don't have other backstory around Trouble Sunny and Snitch, and I keep calling it Stitch. It was called Trouble Sunny and Stitch. I like that a little bit better. Get our Disney reference in there for the day. Looking at the fundamentals of what we could expect for a power-up for that, though, very realistically, they could do anything. I know, right? Somebody's like, come on, Robbie. All right. They need to make the spells and traps in the deck searchable along the way, but you've also got to remember, if you're dedicating, like 2 more names into the main deck, they have to be interactable with what we've already got, and they have to be able to make the process of summoning easier. And that's why I said, like, going Kishisakill, Lilla, toggling up into the Link 4, ending on the rivals, I mean, it doesn't really... You need another way to make use of that, or something to send from the deck to interact, or, you know, you need to make 2 cards that can interact to get to Kishisakill and Lilla. I've joked about making Link 1s for Evil Twin to speed up the process so that you can get to the Link 4, because right now the Link 4 does not feel, you know, massively useful at all. It's like, oh, mill 1, spot removal, but Modern Era Yu-Gi-Oh! Has power crept that thing into oblivion, and it does not feel good. I don't know. A world of making a Link 1 for Evil Twin is very dangerous territory in terms of card design. It could be done. I mean, I'll turn a monster into the ability to special summon a name from the deck. Could be doable. Eldlich, the Golden Turd. El Dorado, the land of abandonment. The land of one guy sitting around an entire throne of worthless corpses out here. In the case of the Necros Trap card existing, this is another card out here that 95% of the cards that exist would be a lot more useful if we had another main deckable Golden Land, Golden Eldlich Chicken Nugget monster. It'd be really cool if we had maybe, you know, El Dorado Man did not become El Dorado Man overnight. You know, we did not have the Golden Lord. You know, having a younger Golden Lord, I've heard people talk about just make a level 4 Golden Lord. All right, come on, Konami, just make this. Just give us the ability to be able to use it, and then, you know, maybe we could Lone Fire on into a Golden Lord. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Give it a set one from the deck, and then you contribute it to summon Golden Lord from the deck. I don't think anybody would complain about that. That would also speed up the possibility of getting rank 10s going in the deck. Honestly, Eldlich has got so many utility options going for it. We just need a slightly easier way to get to things. And I think a level 4 Golden Lord Man would be just the easiest opportunity to do so. Honestly, of the 3 decks here, like, Eldlich seems like it's the easiest to give something to. I know, right? It's just make a littler level 4 monster that does something. You love printing Stratoses, Konami. You've loved printing these cards. You've done it for years. This is another case of, well, let's just go ahead and print another one here, and we're good to go at this point. So overall, I think that Eldlich getting its support, I mean, all 3 decks seem like they're very likely going to get support. It just comes down to, you know, what do you think that they're going to see? So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out.
Patrons!
Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.